Oh, right. Well, you know, this time of year, what do we think of? It is the time and truly the heart of the cooking season. I always say it's all about wonderful family and friends and food. And that's what we experience and what we want to have happen in our homes during this season. And obviously we want it to happen all year long. But how do we make that easy? How do we make cooking truly effortless? How do we make cooking fun? How do we get passionate about cooking anything? It could be grilled cheese to eggs to something extremely advanced. Well, you've got to have the right cookware, and Chef Ming has done just that. Tonight, we are launching a brand new configuration of a pan, a rectangular pan that's sold out completely back in June, and it's sold out early. And with this pan, what happened when it sold out? You got the pan itself, which is fabulous, and you got the fry insert, because this can fry, it can bake, and saute. You can do casseroles in this. You can do lasagnas in this. You can take this and we'll do a turkey in it in just a moment. And what you got was the fry insert, and you got the pan itself, which is great. And it was $59.95. Everybody loved it. Customer pick. Everybody kind of went nuts. Tonight, we have included, for the very first time ever, the V-Rack for the roasting, for the turkeys, for the beefs that you want to do. That was a $19.95 additional purchase that also sold out back in June. But now we've included this with our today's special. You get 11 recipes from Chef, custom made for you. You get the tempered glass lid to go along with it. And this has a huge capacity. It's 7.5 quarts, and yet it's lightweight, it's easy, it's durable, and I call it eye candy for the kitchen. I have this, I love this. I have many pieces from Chef, and it's just a joy, and it totally transforms your kitchen experience every single time you use it. So here are the colors. You ready? And by the way, guys, oh, my copper's there. That's very good. We'll start off on this side. First off, we've got the rich purple color that's so popular. We have the platinum silver. Then we have the emerald green. We have the race car red. This is my color. I love the race car red. It reminds me of candy apples. I think it just looks so amazing. Then we also have the jet black. We're going to talk about the copper bronze. This is the copper. It always sells out first, so don't miss out on it. In fact, I got an update. We're just about to hit 4,000. Almost all of them have been the copper. And then we have the imperial blue. So we've got a lot to tell you about. And here's Chef Ming, of course, to give us the story behind it. All right, Chef, what are we cooking now?
Everything.
Yes.
Everything, because this pan is really probably one of the largest capacity pans I've ever used. I'm so stoked about this pan. The inspiration really came from a wok, because I love this size, and as you've seen, we sell 11-inch wok diameter, but this is 11 by 11 by more than 3.5 tall, so it's 25% even bigger. And by being square, you can do things like 4 pork chops or 4 grilled cheese, or our famous slider packet roll. You can't do that in a wok. And the fact that it's nice and flat, and the magic of Technilon Plus, the best nonstick coating in the world. Not only is it the hardest and nonstick, it helps conduct the heat, so it actually brings the heat all the way to the corners. Awesome. And that makes for even cooking.
Even cooking and easy cooking. It's all about that easy cooking. Dishwasher safe, but you won't care because you never put it in the dishwasher because you don't have to.
Right.
You will never wake up in the morning and have 10 soaking pans in your kitchen after a big meal the night before that you have to face and you're groaning. That will never happen. It dramatically transforms how, why, and what you cook in the kitchen, and it does it beautifully with this nonstick.
And look at this. This is when you know a pan is good, when the color of a pork chop, like this one, perfectly colored everywhere. That's even distribution. And I threw in some apples here too, because is there anything better than apples and pork chops? I don't think so, especially when it's not applesauce out of a little jar. You actually make it. We'll throw a little fennel as well.
We're going to say hi to Dale in Florida. He's been waiting. Thanks, Dale. You're on the air with Chef Ming. Welcome.
Hey, Dale.
Hey, how are you?
Awesome. How are you?
Not too bad.
So what did you... Go ahead.
I bought the jumbo 6-quart or 7.5-quart pan.
Nice.
Our today's special, why did you pick it up, Dale?
Well, I'd seen commercials for the copper stuff, and I wanted one of those that I didn't, have the money for them. But now you offer this, it's bigger, better deal, and I got it in purple. So last year I went kind of simply Ming crazy, bought the cookware sets, cutting board, utensils, and all this stuff. I needed to match it, so I got it in purple.
Perfect.
And I loved it. I love cookware.
Why do you love the cookware, Dale?
Pardon?
Why do you love the cookware?
Nothing sticks to it.
Right.
Nothing sticks to it. I mean, I take a damp towel, wipe it out when I'm cooking. I have an induction stove. I'm in the process of redoing my kitchen.
Right.
So my stove hasn't been, hooked back up. And I use the induction burner with the cookware, and it's great.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah,
well,
it's
Dale,
great.
thank you. Thanks so much
Awesome.
for chatting with us.
Happy cooking, Dale.
Yeah, and by the way, this works on every type of stovetop.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Induction, gas,
for sure.
electric,
Work on
whatever you
anything.
have. Yeah, it's great.
All right, but I mean, look how good these look, right? Evenly seared on both sides. These have been brined, right? So I just flipped these, right? And look how good these look.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I love it.
Chef, let's talk a little bit about bringing the passion into cooking. I mean, you've obviously been passionate about it, but a lot of people avoid cooking at home because they truly do hate the cleanup. That's so arduous.
No one, myself included, no one likes to clean up.
Right.
I mean, and the idea is, for example, this pork chop dish, if you went to a restaurant like one of mine and you got 4 orders of the pork chop, you would be spending, maybe $100, $120, right?
Right.
You would go to a store, buy pork chops, get the apples, get a pan. You actually just got yourself a free pan.
Yeah,
right?
great
So
point,
by cooking one time together, and I know this sounds a little woo-woo, but oh my God, if you cook at home for your family, your friends, it's what we're missing right now, I think. I mean, we got to bring the family back together. I used to eat at 5:30 every day, 5:30, not 5:35, with my mom and dad and brother in Dayton, Ohio, and that's where we discuss life.
Right.
And
yeah,
I think we're not discussing life as much,
yeah,
right?
great memories around the kitchen. Great memories around food, especially around the holidays.
Yeah, and by the way, so this pan we've had before, but we've never had this great rack.
Included with it.
Included with it free. So this rack I love. So we roasted this in the oven, right? And obviously simple by design. We want the air to pass through. The pan can go up to 850 degrees in an oven, so you have no issue of it ever not putting a pan in. Because the air passes through, the bottom of this turkey and the top cook equally. And I want to let it rest because there's going to be nice drippings coming off of it. And we have some of the drippings in here. And by the way, for Thanksgiving, take those drippings, add some shallots and garlic and ginger, and you can make yourself a pan sauce, right? Again, one pan cooking, which is something I love.
Oh, I think we all do. And by the way, stain resistant. It won't absorb or transfer flavors.
Right.
It's designed to last for a lifetime of cooking. That's important too.
Absolutely.
That's what you'll discover. Like, it's beautiful cookware. I leave mine out. I don't even put it away because it's so pretty. It's just, I call it eye candy in the kitchen, right? And when you start to use it, you realize time after time, moment after moment, meal after meal, you just really do fall in love with how brilliant it is.
Yep.
And the fact it's designed to last for a lifetime of cooking. Can you imagine? You buy this today, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now, you're still using the same pan.
Right.
That's pretty remarkable.
No, it is. And the thing I love about it too, by the way, with the pinky, you can lift it. It's a light pan. So it conducts heat great, and used to be the old adage, the thicker, the heavier, the better the pan.
Right.
Well, not so much anymore, because guess what? Not everyone is Hercules. But with a pinky, you can lift this pan, which is fantastic for someone like my wife, who's a lot smaller than me.
Right, sure,
Thank God.
absolutely.
So here's some stuffing.
Oh,
And I just
that.
want to show you the non-stick quality, right? The stuffing just came out. This is obviously we are big on turkey and stuffing right now. And with just a wet cloth, you can wipe out this pan, right? So to Suzanne's point, yes, you can put this in a dishwasher, but you really don't have to. Nothing
Well, you know
sticks
what's
to this
funny,
pan.
and I think, Chef, as you start to use it, you'll try one thing and you go, well, that worked, that was good. And then you say, okay, now I'm going to do this, and you're going, oh, it's not going to come out that way. It's not going to be easy to clean up, and that'll work. And you keep expecting it to not work, and it keeps outperforming every expectation. Right. That really is the joy of this, because you'll go, oh, this is going to be really ooey gooey, this is going to be rough, and yet it'll slide right out and it cleans right up. And you'll say, oh, no, this one's going to do this. It's not going to handle this, and it will. And I challenge you, and you do too.
Yep.
Make the most complicated, the most ooey gooey, whatever recipe you want. Really put this pan to the test.
Yeah. And by the way, I just pulled this out of the pan without the rack. this is a whole pork loin that we stuffed with pesto, right?
Oh, no.
So, yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, baby. Look at that.
By the way, guys, 4,100 already ordered. We are absolutely packed on the phone lines right now.
Oh, yeah,
This is your
baby.
moment. If you want that oh yeah moment in your home, get this pan before it sells out. The copper, you know, Matt, can you give me an update on the copper? The reason I carry the copper around is copper sells out first and it always sells out early. And we leave thousands of people at the end of the day who cannot get the copper. You can pick another color, that's fine. At midnight, I love launching it because I can guarantee we have the copper available. Already, how many did you say, Matt, of the copper? Okay, of the 4,200 now that have been ordered, half of those are the copper alone. So I would recommend if you're thinking about it. And by the way, the Technolon Plus is on the exterior and on the interior. So even if you slop stuff on the side, you don't care.
Yeah, no, it's just easy to clean. And by the way, and of course, all these pans come with this tempered glass cover, which I love, especially if you're doing something like popcorn, because then you can see, but you can tell. One thing I don't like about popcorn, when you put a normal lid on it, it steams on itself and it doesn't get as crispy, right?
Right.
So you can see the steam coming out this little hole. So this is popping, creating a lot of heat, and I can hear, of course, popcorn when it stops popping, but I can also see when it's done.
Right.
And because the steam is coming out, it's going to be crazy crispy.
And I love it too because we're working on a round surface, a square pan, even heating, everything's popping right.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, you can see the popping coming on the sides, right? So the heat is so evenly distributed. And basically, you know the rule, right? If there's more than 3 seconds between the pop, take it out because you don't want burnt kernels.
I didn't know that was the rule.
Oh yeah, I'd rather have a couple unpopped than burnt.
Burn all of them,
well, once you burn, then that's all you taste, right?
Right, exactly.
So we're going. We're going, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at all this. Oh, my God, there's so much.
Oh, my God.
All right, get it all in. Oh, man. I mean, look how much popcorn that is.
Wow.
That is a lot of popcorn.
That's a Friday night fun night. You know, that's
now
the holidays.
Now, we're going to put some caramel on top of this.
Yep. This is the torture chamber of this pan. We're going to melt caramel. And Chef Tracy, you know, when we're talking about caramel and Chef Ming, that's one of the hardest things that you never want to have to clean up after.
Right.
So nobody does it. Nobody's like, I'm not going to put in caramel on anything. Well, you know, and think about this, Chef Tracy, let's talk about holiday cooking desserts and holiday cooking like chocolates and things like that. You know, there's a lot of ooey gooey when it comes to the holidays, when it comes to, you know, flavorful cookies and wonderful recipes.
Well, I mean, you could make fudge in here. This would be like a perfect pan to make fudge in and everything. And with the surface area, a lot of times when you're making your candies and your fudge and everything, you need that surface area to kind of have it cooked down and reduce. And with this surface area, it's like perfect for that. And even with my caramel that I'm getting ready to make, I'm going to melt some butter and then just add some sugar to it and let that sugar caramelize and start doing its magic and turn into a beautiful caramel sauce. It'll bubble all the way around from corner to corner, edge to edge, to get that beautiful brown caramel color that I want.
Right.
And that's what you need. You need that surface to be able to do that.
And she'll pour it out in a second, and she literally is going to have to throw away the cloth that she cleans it out with, but not the pan. Hey, by the way, I got to give you another update. Here we go. We knew this was going to be a really fun and big night tonight with Chef Ming. This is an incredible Today's Special. Just remember, in June, we did the rectangular pan. It's beautiful, and it included the fry base. We haven't talked about frying yet. For the first time ever, we've now included, without raising the price, we've included the V-Rack. So that's brand new. You have 11 recipes, and of course, you get the lid to go with it. I just found out, because I'm getting updates live, that's what we do here, Copper #1 bestseller, but here's the scoop. We believe the black at this point could be sold out by this morning. So the copper has the potential to be sold out by the morning, and now the black does as well. I will tell you, think about the Christmas gifts. We're less than 50 days now, I think, away from Christmas. This is an amazing gift. It's for the kid who's going off to college. It's for the kid who's in college who doesn't cook for themselves. And the reason is they're not going to want to clean up pans. It's for someone who's moving to their first home. Maybe it's the new married couple. Maybe it's the neighbor who you love was always so wonderful for you and really a delight and helps you out. Maybe this is for the sister who just has some old rickety pans and she never cooks because she hates to use those. Maybe this is for mom. You want to make her life easier. Get it for her, but don't miss out. This can do everything from frying to braising, to making a lasagna, a casserole. We could do a whole seafood meal inside here. We can take it from the oven right out to the tabletop, and it looks gorgeous. And you know what? It stays looking this gorgeous from the moment you pull it out of the box and literally years from now. Great capacity, but still easy to handle, easy to use, easy to work with, and it will transform your cooking experience the minute you start working with it. And Chef, don't you agree that until you use the Technolon Plus, you don't understand how transformative it is?
It's not only that, and I was listening to everything you're saying.
Yeah.
You will cook more, you will make better food, and you're saying it's great for your college kid and whatnot. Yeah. It is the best hostess gift you could ever give anyone. Absolutely. Because you show up with a big pan of mac and cheese or a beef stew or a pork roast, and you leave the pan with them, you're going to be invited back, assuming you like these people.
And it's so much more, it's better than a bottle of wine. I mean, you can go with a bottle of wine, but imagine you take the dessert and say, oh, by the way, keep the pan. And then they're going to call you and say, that is the greatest pan I've ever used in my life.
Right?
All right, let's prove it, because Joan in Missouri has your pans. Hi, Joan, you're on with Chef Ming. Welcome to HSN.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I wanted to tell you, back in June, I purchased your pan.
Right.
I have taken it to church potluck. One morning, I decided, at the last minute, what am I going to fix? And I decided it was kind of cool. So I made chicken noodle soup.
Nice.
And I took my little induction thing with me because I knew that that they would probably do something to it. So I said, just leave it on that. It'll be okay. I'll come back later. And then I took it to a church retreat, and in that I made a it was a peach cobbler.
Oh,
nice.
Now that's a good idea.
When we were ready to clean it out, I said, I don't have a cloth, but I do have a paper towel. I said, I'll just wet it down, and I wiped it out, and I said, okay, mine's ready to go home. I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, my God, that's crazy.
Isn't that awesome?
And people were going, wow, not only was the food absolutely cooked with perfection,
right,
but it was easy cleanup. They ate every last drop of that doggone soup.
That's awesome.
And there's a few other things that I've made. That if you're on the edge of do I or don't I, do. Because this is something that will work with, I don't care what you put in it.
That's right.
It will cook it.
Awesome.
It's so true.
Joe,
It's
that's
so
awesome.
true, Joe.
Thank you so much. And keep on cooking. I love that.
But I mean, it is really true. I love that she did a soup in here.
Yeah.
You're making a lot of soup in here. It's a very big capacity for soup.
Right.
And again, you've got the depth. If you're making bacon, if you're making hamburgers in here, we're going to show you some sliders. We're going to fry in this as well.
Right.
You know, really what Joan said is there's really almost anything you cannot do in this.
Right.
And I love your wok. You know I own your wok.
Yes, I
do. But really,
know.
there are some limitations to the wok shape.
Yeah, well, because you can't get 4 steaks, right? I just flipped this steak. Look at that even coloring on that steak, right? I mean, that is a great pan. And what you want to always have, and that sizzling heat, is staying. It doesn't matter that we added 4, 6, or 2, or 1. Because the pan conducts heat so evenly and so well, you get this great even coloring, right?
That's awesome.
So,
that's beautiful. And those are 4 huge steaks, by the way.
These are gigantic steaks.
They're really big.
And by the way, see how good that chicken came out with that pan sauce? But I know, let's go to Eric. Eric's got some great stuff. But yeah, Tracy's pouring the caramel. Look at this caramel. So she's going to upgrade the corn to caramel corn.
This is the torture test for this pan. Caramel.
And it's not really much of a torture test. As you can see, it literally is repelling off the surface
Like
of the
water.
pan. I mean, I haven't even wiped it yet, and it looks clean.
Yeah, it's literally dripping out just like it would be water. It just flows out. Now watch this. Well, there's hardly anything left, but she will literally have to throw that towel away because that's going to be encrusted on the towel, and it's completely. You can never use this towel again once that hardens on there.
Exactly,
right?
because it does. Once caramel gets to a certain stage, then it does completely harden, and it
You'd have to chisel it off.
Yeah, right.
Well, and that's what people do. You try to do a great dessert, and you're soaking that pan for days. Nobody wants to scrub a pan anymore, and you know what? You don't have to. Right. And this non-stick is dramatically more durable than a traditional dramatically. You don't have to baby it. You don't have to worry about what kind of utensils basically you're working with. Just have fun, cook with it. Yeah. It changes everything about cooking when you're using this pan in your non-stick.
By the way, it's a full pound of pasta. It comes with this pasta strainer, right? Also good for a
fryer. Yeah,
great for frying, right?
Yeah.
And I was recently in Rome, and they make cacio e pepe, which is basically pasta with a lot of black pepper. I like to use really finely ground black pepper, and I'm talking about a lot. That's a lot, right? And I like to add coarse ground as well.
So coarse ground, finely ground.
Fine ground. A little bit of salt. The only reason a little bit is because I have the cheese.
Oh, of course.
Nice.
Parmesan?
You can use Reggiano Parmesan, Fontina. You can use any dry cheese. And this is done. This is the best, simplest, most delicious pasta. Simple is great. Yeah. And just, again, look at the quantity of pasta. This is a lot of pasta, family of 4. It doesn't have to be difficult. The whole idea is, the whole line is to keep it simple.
That's right.
Right? Because I really do want you to cook at home.
Well, and you do, not only simple, but effortless.
Right.
You know, to be able to say you can cook effortlessly, because the minute you walk in the kitchen, you're enjoying it, you love it, and then when you leave the kitchen, it hasn't been a stressful experience. You don't get done with a great big Thanksgiving dinner and then groan because you have all these pans soaking in your sink. That will never happen again. Really get your head around that too. I think it's so important. I am such an advocate of his pots and pans because I own them and I truly do love them. I will not say, I don't consider myself an active cook, but I have to cook. And you know what? I now have learned to enjoy doing it. I love it. I walk into my kitchen, I'm like, whatever I have to make in his wok, I'm so happy about it. Because I know from start to finish, it's gonna be this effortless, easy experience, and you get consistently great results. All right, here's the story. Hey, Matt, can I get an update on the copper and the black now, if we can, once again? We're about to hit 5,000 ordered in the very first show tonight. In the copper, geez, we're approaching almost half of these gone, and we're in the first show. First show of the whole day. These are almost half gone. In the black now, that's that jet black. Isn't that it? Oh, that's crazy. We only have 1,500 of the black. Let me show you really quickly because this probably won't last past, it won't. No, it's not. This will not be available later on today. And I'm coming back to wrap the day up, so I won't see black later. This is the perfect gift idea if you don't know what color kitchen they have. That or the copper. Anybody who got either one of these, it doesn't matter what their kitchen is, what other pots and pans they have. Either one of those I think are perfect. I also think the platinum is perfect too if you're buying a gift and you just don't know what their preference is. Black or copper, absolute winner, no doubt about it. All right, Chef, what are you working on now?
Okay. This is one of the coolest things that we invented here.
Of those?
Oh, yes,
I'm
you
so
can.
sorry. Can I reach over?
Yes.
Oh.
So, if you have a big group of kids coming over, or adults, or it's a football season, we take a whole packet of these potato buns, right? Martin's is my favorite. We lay the bottom down. We then, we cover it with cooked ground beef, because it's easier that way. You don't have to worry about temperatures and undercooking it. Okay. We then cover with caramelized onions, then cheese, and then we put some garlic butter, and then we put this whole thing in the oven until they get all toasty.
Oh my God.
I mean, you don't need to go to that fast food joint for the best sliders, but look how many you get out of a pan.
And you ground the beef in here. You did the onions in here.
You did the brown beef, we caramelized the onions, we set it in a bowl, and then I laid the bottom sheet down, I covered it with that, with some cheese, put the top on, a little garlic butter on top, bake it for, I don't know, 8 minutes to just nice and crusty, and you get just a delicious slider. And look at the pan. The pan is, of course,
completely clean.
Spanking clean.
All right, let's say hi to Debbie in California. You're on with Chef Ming. Welcome, Debbie. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, Debbie.
I'm very excited to talk to you tonight.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I love this pan. I've been looking for it for months, and this price is just fantastic. And it doesn't even compare with the fryer and the V-pan. I couldn't even find those with it.
Right.
True. That's a great point.
It's just fantastic. I got it in purple.
Nice.
I love the purple. And the cooking of it is just fantastic. I just can't resist it.
And what have you been cooking in it?
Well, I want to make some cinnamon apples, and it's melting candy
Right.
in a pan, and it sticks terribly.
Yep.
So I want to be able to make that in the pan and cook candies and things like that in the pan.
Yeah. Oh, well, Chef Tracy just showed you. You can do caramel with your eyes closed and nothing sticks to it. You can just pour the caramel out and use a paper napkin and wipe it out.
Yeah.
So, Debbie, you're very smart to get this pan because it's the Technolamp Plus.
And
It is awesome.
perfect for candy making. Crazy perfect for
Right.
candy making. All right, here we go. Now over 5,000
Wow.
have been ordered.
That's
The vast
awesome.
majority of the famous copper. And the black will be sold out by early this morning. So it will not be on later today when Chef and I wrap up the day. We've shown you pasta. We've got the great sliders. The mac and cheese, did you even unload all that mac and
yeah.
cheese yet? You have not, have
that's
you?
half the mac and cheese, but I had to unload this delicious
Look at
pineapple
that. Now, this is
upside
out of
down
the oven,
cake.
right?
This is out of the oven. Again, nothing sticks to this, right? I mean, that's caramelized pineapple, and it just comes right off.
Even
nothing.
the sugars off the pineapple
The sugar,
aren't on
right?
there. Yeah.
And look
it's
how
great.
great. You can tell this is a delicious moist cake because you can just see the steam come off of it,
Sure
right?
can.
So I'm going to take a nice old slice like this just so you can see it. I mean, hello. That's what we're talking about, right?
It's just perfectly, perfectly done. You know, I think the holidays remind us of lots of things. It's family, it's friends, and it's definitely food. And when you're cooking for the family, for friends, for yourself, you want it to be a really enjoyable experience. This is the game changer. You don't understand it until you start working with it. You don't understand why every piece that Chef has done has become a customer pick. You don't understand even what I'm talking about until you get it at home and you start working with it. And then all of a sudden you go, well, that was easy. You know what I love, Chef? I love eating eggs. I try to eat a lot of protein in the morning before I play tennis, right?
Yep.
And I love making eggs. I don't use a bit of butter and no oil. You don't even have to use a starter spray. No spray, no oil,
Right.
no butter. I put the eggs in, and I'm eating some of the healthiest eggs I've ever eaten before because
Right.
I'm not using a bunch of stuff to get it started so it doesn't stick.
No, that's awesome.
You don't need it.
And you don't need it.
No, you don't need it.
But if you do want to use a little bit of oil, you can shallow fry, right?
That's great.
So this is something at home. You don't need to fill a stock pot with 6 inches of oil because when you're cooking something like wings, the wings end up floating. So as long as the oils gives you the surface area, which is 11 by 11, that's 121 square inches. You hear that? That's what you want. You want to hear your wings. When you can hear your wings, you know they're fried enough. We're going to add the famous wing sauce. And these wings are done. You can hear the snap, crackle, and pop on these wings.
Yeah, they're not going to be the mushy wings. But you
No.
could do homemade donuts, which we all raise hands, love homemade donuts.
Oh my God, my kids die for homemade donuts.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
It's so good. So if you've got the football gang coming over, if you've got people coming
we
over for
go.
the big game, you want to cook up a storm, you love doing the appetizers, it's your fryer. Also, too, when was the last time you used a fryer underneath your cabinet? A traditional just fryer.
Yeah.
The only darn thing it does is collect a bunch of oil and dust. And you're like, oh, it's so bulky and complicated and just messy. You know, we don't fry all the time, but when you want to do it, you don't want it to be complicated.
No.
This is so easy, and you're using less oil
You are
because
using-
of the depth of the pan.
And this is in honor of my grandfather. Obviously, he's Chinese. I'm Chinese. But one of the best things he used to do when we were kids was homemade potato chips.
That's so cool.
Which I just love because they're so much better than the store-bought.
Yeah.
And he would do a 5-spice seasoned salt, which would really one
I
up
was
it.
thinking Old Bay on it.
Yeah, Old Bay's delicious.
an Old Bay
but
potato
fresh
chip.
potato chips like this fried with wings, I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh.
you're done.
You're done. And people will just rave and rave and rave about it. All right, here's an update. Now 5,200 ordered. We're in the very first show with Chef Ming today.
That's crazy.
This is the last time you'll see this for the rest of the entire year. That's important too.
Yeah.
Once this sells out, and it's definitely going to do that today, this will not be back for the rest of the entire year. I think gift giving. Oh my gosh, we're so close to Christmas. It's kind of, you know, a freak out moment. We're in November, by the way.
Don't you hate it when it's December 15th or 16th, you haven't bought anything for your friends,
Yeah.
and then you go and spend $120 on that thing because that's all they had left?
Right, and you're not really
You know,
passionate about it.
no.
You know, you're like, oh, here you go. Or you spend $50 on something and you're not passionate about
Right.
it. For our flex pay, which is what, guys, we're doing, it's too far away. It's like 14, oh, here it is.
$14.99.
For under $15. By the way, free shipping today only. One-day price. More than we've ever put together in this configuration. Exact same configuration in June was missing the V rack that's now included. That was a $20 additional purchase you had to make. We've now bundled it in this, and we did not raise the price. Free shipping, gotta love that, save more money. On FlexPay, any major credit card, even PayPal, get this home for under $15, and you're in the sweet spot of putting this to work. You can return this at the end of January if it doesn't meet and exceed every expectation you ever imagined, and it will. I am telling you, you don't understand until you get it at home and you try it. We're gonna check in with Mary in Arizona and see what she's up to. Hi, Mary, you're on with Chef Ming. Welcome.
Hi, Chef Ming. Oh,
How are you?
Goodness, your pans are outstanding.
Thank you.
I had bought your wok. It's so good that I just, when I turned my TV on before I went to bed, I said, there he is, there's the man. So you've been having such awesome pans, and this one is going to be fabulous. I can't wait to get it, and I ordered the copper. I jumped in on the bandwagon.
Yay, because the copper's going to be gone. Hey, Mary, what's your #1 favorite feature about his pans?
Oh my gosh, the non-stick, of course.
Of course.
That's why I love it. That's what got me back on when I had gotten a wok. That is so fabulous. I can cook everything in that wok except something square.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah.
But now you can.
It's fabulous for the non-stick, and that's what really sold me.
Right.
And I've seen it on TV, other companies. It doesn't even compare with yours. Nothing. You cannot beat the price. And the most dangerous thing is the home shopping cart, because this time of the year I do utilize it for sure. So
you say dangerous, we say genius.
That's exactly right.
This one is for me.
Awesome, Mary. That's fantastic. Well, keep on cooking. Thanks for calling in.
And I got to tell you what Mary's talking about. If you have our HSN card, we're actually honoring a 5th flex, which means you can get this home, and Mary did this for $11 and I think 99 cents. Now, here's what happens. If you do not have our card yet and you apply tonight and you're approved, you instantly will get an additional $20 savings on our today's special. So that's going to take it down to like $39.95. $39.95. Tempered glass lid. A non-stick that is absolutely revolutionary. This non-stick is so amazing. You're not going to find peeled pieces in your omelet in the morning. You're not going to look at the pan and it's going to be rickety or it's going to be warped. We didn't even talk about the base. Isn't that funny? When you see the base of this pan, this means even heat distribution. It is a phenomenal base that actually gives you the kind of results.
And of course, as you've been saying, induction ready.
Induction ready.
We've been using induction, so you can use gas, electric, halogen, or induction.
Induction.
But what we've added this time is this V-rack.
The rack.
Right? And look at this ham. Oh my God, how beautiful does that look? And the best way to cook ham is to have it a little bit up and off of the pan. So the quantity of up to 14-pound turkey can get into this, right? Or a large chicken.
A couple
Look
chickens,
at the amount of sweet potatoes
How
you can
awesome
do.
would duck be in that? Oh my God, are you kidding me?
I can tell
Stop
you,
it.
it's awesome.
It is awesome.
You know.
Hey, Chef, let me ask you this. I don't think I ever have. What are you most proud of this collection?
You know, I just think the versatility of this pan is the best part about it. You know, now for the whole collection, everything was designed with simplicity in mind. Not only simplicity by design, you can tell the rivets and that and everything is durable, but simple to use, right? And not only the pots and pans, all the electronic equipment as well, right? The pressure cooker, the rice cooker, they're so easy to use.
The blender coming up.
The blender, yeah. And the whole idea is we really want to get people cooking at home, right? And to Mary's call from Arizona, she's like, you can't do square things in woks. You're right. And you could never do this. You could never do 4 grilled cheese in a round pan.
Or bacon.
Yeah, or bacon, right. Bacon comes long and rectangular.
If you're doing multiple burgers, doesn't really work in the wok.
Yeah, it doesn't. but the key here is, oh yeah, look at this. Beautiful grilled cheese that are evenly cooked. So that means color everywhere the same way. And
I'm back on the chips, by the way.
And for grilled cheese, this little press is fantastic.
And
it just keeps the I can't say mac and cheese. Keeps the grilled cheese down. Right?
The mac and cheese is distracting, I must admit.
Yeah, it is. I know.
The pile. You guys don't even see this. This is hilarious. We watch this tip over on the side.
It's the
only because
it's
the great wall of cheese, mac and cheese. Look at how awesome that is. Out of one pan. That's easy, that's fun. You know what? I'm smiling like a bit of an idiot because I know personally, I am. Well, that happens a lot, I guess. Eric's laughing, he knows me well. But here's the thing. there's such pleasure in cooking with this. And I say, I don't cook a lot, but when I cook, I go in the kitchen, I used to dread it. I used to be like, oh, I don't wanna cook because I got this recipe and I gotta follow it and then I got a stupid pan I gotta soak forever. It's gonna be cumbersome, it's gonna be awkward. Everything changes when you use Chef Ming's collection. When you get this pan at home, if you don't have a dramatically better experience, please, 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 please send it back. Send it back at the end of January, test it out, try the roast, try a lasagna, do seafood, do mac and cheese, make the pastas, whatever you want to do. And if you don't absolutely love it, I want you to send it back, but my guess is going to be it's a transformational experience. And you're like, oh, come on, it's a pan. No, it's completely different. The cleanup makes it so wonderful. You never dread having to cook anymore. You don't go, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted, it's been a long day. Or wow, I'm late for work and I gotta eat something in the morning. You actually, because the cleanup's so easy, it's in, it's out, it's done, it's perfect, and boom, you're out the door. That's why this has been a customer pick, and I think that's why people absolutely are so passionate about it. You heard Mary, all of our other callers raving about that wok that they have. Now you can get this square rectangular pan to go with it. What are you getting? This is so crucial at this point, since we're in the first show, to understand, and you might be channel surfing. First off, you're getting a great body, 7.5 quarts, amazing size, and yet really lightweight and really durable. You're gonna get the tempered glass lid that has the steam vent on it, clear, you can see through it, easy to use, fits beautifully so it does retain the moisture and the flavor. You get 11 recipe cards to go along with it, custom made by Chef Ming, just for you. You get the fry, also the strainer basket, that's included. What we bonused in at the exact same price when it sold out in January, this was always separate, and it was a $20 extra that you had to pick up if you wanted to get the V-Rack. We have now included it for the first time in this bundle, and it is the only time you get it, and we did not raise the price from when it sold out in June. So it's bigger, it's better, it's more powerful than ever before. We got great colors. We have that wonderful perfect purple, then we have the platinum silver, we have the emerald green, we have, of course, your race car red, that's my color at home, and I just love it on my stovetop. We have the black. Now, by the way, the black is one of the most limited now. That copper, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, Chef and I will come back, we're gonna wrap up the day. If there's any left, it will not be copper, it absolutely won't be black, and it probably won't be red. I'll probably be stuck with just a couple of leftover colors. And then finally, you have that beautiful imperial blue. Technilon Plus on the inside and outside when you're doing the caramel. And Trace, did you hear the gal wants to do candy in it? If you slop everything over the edges and you're thinking, oh no, the inside might wipe out easy, but I gotta scrub the outside, no. The inside and the outside clean up just as easy. Both of them equally, right?
Absolutely.
Love that.
And can I just show out this V-Rack again?
Oh, please, yes.
We just took out this rib roast, a big 2-boner, right? And here, underneath it, is probably going to be just as good, if not better, than the actual rib roast, are these fingerling potatoes that have been cooked in all of the rib roast fat, right? So we're going to let these go a little bit. But, so this is the dish that you can't eat every day. This is a dish you can eat every day. This is a beautiful piece, Norwegian salmon, that we put in the pan with salt and pepper, no oil, nothing.
None.
And notice, nothing sticks. This is raw fish, and it doesn't stick.
And you know, the worst part is you cook a fish, and then you take your spatula, you shove it under there, and guess what? You rip the whole fish apart because half of it is stuck to the bottom of the pan.
And by the way, this is 4 beautiful pieces for 4 adults. That's over $100 in a nice restaurant. So you'd buy this in a store, it's going to cost you, I don't know, maybe $30. You get the pan, you're under $100.
Right. It's amazing. Yeah.
So cook at home.
And the pan's designed to last a lifetime.
It'll last a lifetime,
really
which is longer than us, I think.
Unfortunately. All right, so a couple things to remember too. These pans actually can hold heat up to 850 degrees. That's amazing. If you cook that high, I'm not sure where you're cooking, but that's the power of that, of the design and that Technilon Plus.
Yep.
Because there's no way other nonstick would be able to hold up. It would start to deteriorate under that kind of intense heat.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why these are so great for
searing, right?
For the searing and also for the oven. Right, and by the way, even with salmon, right, 1 pinky, this pan is really light, right?
Absolutely.
Which is so key.
And I love the stay cool handles. I mean, if it's in the oven, obviously the handles are going to get hot, but if you're just cooking on a surface like a stovetop, stay cool handles, which are brilliant. You've got the helper handle, so when you have this packed out with a absolute ton of macaroni and cheese, then you can still carry it to the table and serve out of it as well. It'll look this good the day you get it out of the box till the day you finally stop using it years from now. It really will. It does not hold color. It does not hold flavoring. It is an absolute amazing piece to add to your collection. Hey, Carol in Alabama, we're going to grab your call in the last couple of seconds. You're on with Chef Ming. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I am great. I'm so glad to talk to you.
Well, please tell us your story.
I started off buying your knife set.
Right.
Then I got the cutting board.
Right.
I've got 2 induction burners, 3
Nice.
walls.
Wow.
Your bowl set from the last time you were
The
on.
bowl set?
Right.
Your cookware is just incredible.
You don't have a partridge in a pear tree?
No.
Not yet?
Not yet. She's waiting on you to bring that out.
Yeah.
Well, Carol, tell us your #1 favorite feature about this cookware.
Oh my gosh, it's so easy to clean up. I love it.
Did it surprise you how really easy it is?
Oh, it's no surprise after using it the first time.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Have you ever put anything that was so ooey gooey you thought, nope, this time it's not going to work?
I tell you, I'll make a lot of candy around the holidays. I'm gonna use it to make peanut brittle this time.
Oh, peanut brittle.
Yeah.
Ooh, we should do that on the set
You know
because
what?
that's really sticky.
That's a great test, Carol.
That really is. And guess what? It's going to handle it brilliantly. All right, here's the story. We're going to wrap this up, but I just want to give you a quick update. Again, tonight, I love launching with Chef. We've got all the colors, but unfortunately, as you know, Chef, the black and the copper, those will absolutely sell out early. So don't go to bed without getting at least the black or the copper before you go to